Hello chess lovers, Suren here, and in this video I want to share with you a chess miniature where we're going to see a very practical chess combination. The game was played in 1945 between two Soviet chess players, with the white piece is playing Nikolai Krogius and his opponent is Nikolai Aratov. Krogius opened up with e4, to which Aratov responded with e5. Knight f3, d6, we have the Philidor Defense, d4, knight d7. Other popular alternatives are e takes d4 or knight f6, but in our game we have knight d7, bishop c4, c6, and knight g5. White is instantly targeting this vulnerable f7 pawn. Knight h6, which is virtually forced, black is neutralizing the threat, and a4. With this move, white is not only preventing any possible b5 moves, but it also is setting up a very cunning trap to which black stepped. Here, Aratov developed his kingside bishop, which on the surface looks like a natural move. Black is developing his piece, is attacking the knight, but this move turns out to be a total blunder and is losing on the spot. Instead, it was better to capture on d4 and then play knight e5. But in our game after a4 we have bishop e7, and as we have reached the critical position, please pause the video and try to find white's next moves. Ready? In here, using the vulnerability of black queen, Nikolai Krogius went for a bishop sacrifice and we have bishop takes f7. With this move he is removing the f7 pawn which was controlling the e6 square. Knight takes f7 and we have knight e6. By the way, I have to tell you that typical bishop takes f7 sacrifices are very easy to miss, followed by knight e6. For example, once Judith Polgar missed bishop takes f7 against Boris Spassky. I remember in 2018 Pragnananta missed winning bishop takes f7 against Wesley Zhou. In case you missed that game, the link will be in the comment section, but meanwhile let's proceed with our game. So we have bishop takes f7, knight takes f7 and knight e6. It turns out that there are not many safe squares for black queen and the queen is going to be trapped very quickly. Queen b6, well, if we move like queen a5 check, then simply bishop d2. If queen b6, then white can either go for a5 straight away or can even first win this pawn. Now if king g8, then queen g4 will follow, and if king e8, then a5 and then bishop c3. The game is over. Black is losing his queen. Okay, you can play queen b5, but then knight c7 fork will follow. But in our game after knight e6 we have queen b6, a5, although even in this case again that knight takes g7, knight e6 is playable, but we have a5 straight away, queen b4 check, c3, queen c4. Right now the knight on e6 is under attack, that's why we first see knight c7 check, although I have to tell you that knight takes g7 is also playable, and only after king d8 we have b3, and resignation followed because black queen is trapped. The knight is controlling essential squares, there are no safe squares for black queen and the game is over. As mentioned in the beginning of the video, I find this bishop takes f7 idea followed by knight e6 very practical, and against Philidor Defense this can be used successfully. By the way, I have to tell you that I checked up in chess-based database and it turns out that later 5 more players stepped into this trap. At least there are 5 recorded games in the database where this position occurred, which means that this beautiful winning combination was brought into life successfully. In the end, a chess puzzle for you where the task is to find the winning line for white. As there are no queens, don't look for a queen sacrifice and simply try to beat your opponent. I will wait for your answer in the comment section. Thanks for watching, here are more suggestions for you, feel free to check them out as well. I will see you in my next video. Take care.